Thank you. Archbishop Kamau, who has presided over this Mass, and the entire clergy, fellow Kenyans, I just wish to take this moment to thank all of you for finding time out of your own respective busy schedules to be here today. And I don't think I have very much to say. All I want to reflect on this particular day, as we remember Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, is also to remember all others who have also struggled for this country, and for us to remember that their struggle was not for themselves, but for a better nation, society, for all Kenyans. And the true legacy has to be in our ability to carry that forward, that dream of a peaceful, united, and prosperous nation called Kenya. I say this as I also take this opportunity to ask all Kenyans to pray for our former president, who is currently not feeling very well. We all join hands in wishing him a speedy recovery, and to his family to know that they are in our thoughts at this particular moment in time. These are all great people who made great contribution to this nation. And we need to be able to remember, to respect them, even after their time in office. Because at the end of the day, all of us will never be either in position, nor will we be on this earth forever. The only contribution that we can positively say is, what did we do to make this world, this country, a better place? That should be what we seek to be remembered for. How did we unite the country? What did we do to make it that much more prosperous? What did we do in our fight against poverty, against disease, and against ignorance? What did we do to make Kenya truly a great nation? Because that is the only legacy we shall leave. Mzee was there 38 years ago. He is not with us today, but his legacy lives. What is the legacy that we shall leave behind? And towards that end, especially given that this is the last celebration of this day before the next general election, mine really is to say, we are Kenyans, a free nation, and we shall compete, and compete healthily. But we should never compete again in this country to the detriment of our people, or to cause bloodshed in our nation and our land. None of us is going anywhere. Those who win and those who lose, we must all at the end of the day join hands and work together for our country. And towards that end, I'm very happy and excited to have my brother Raila here with us on this day. Because at the end of the day, it shows we are all one people of one nation. Hakuna mtu atatoka Kenya, hakuna mtu atahama inchi. Uhame uende wapi na una inchi ingine. So like I say, even as we compete, let us always remember that that should not be at the detriment of our people. It should be to give Kenyans a choice in terms of ideas, in terms of philosophy, in terms of programs, in terms of political agenda, but not to pit one Kenya against another. That is the legacy that should be ours to carry forward. That is the legacy that our forefathers left behind, and that is what we should seek to preserve and gift to our children for their children. So mimi nifikishie hapo, lakini kwa sababu ndugu Tinga yuko hapa. Si ukuje usalimie watu ndio
Asante sana ndugu yangu. Mama Margaret, Mama Ngina na wageni wote washuhuri wamefika hapa, hamjambo. I am very delighted that my brothers invited me, ambushed me in fact, to come and say a few. As a friend and as a Kenyan. And I always refer to my brother here as my younger brother. Mama Ngina knows where we're coming from. I was a little young boy in 1952. So I've got some very faint memories what was happening in our house in Kisumu on that day. But then there was this man with the beards, and the beards that I remembered. Later on, when the Mau Mau was on, and people were now talking about those beards to a particular person, then Oneko used to live with us. And it's Mzee Jomo who gave Uneku to Mzee Kenyatta. So now they were the Kapengoria 6 that time. And when you dared mention the name of Kenyatta, it was a taboo in those years. They had mentioned Kenyatta's name. And this was all the 50s. What I now remember properly is now in 1961. When Mzee had now been released and was coming to Kisumu for the first time. And it was a big ceremony. And a long limousine was hired, Pontiac, the American Pontiac, that was bringing Mzee to Kisumu, and Jaramogi was there. Then we met for the first time and we were introduced. And then from there, I now knew, puts the picture to the person. And then later on, I was a student. I'd come from Germany. And again we met now in 1965 in our house. And here was now Mzee. Then Jaramogi introduced me again. And then he spoke to me in German. Guten Tag, wie geht's dir? They are now connected because he had lived in Germany for a long time, and only me and him who could speak German in that audience. So we became friends. We've been family friends for a long time, and I remember on that day when Mzee passed on, Jaramogi went to State House and he was carrying the flag whisk. He then went and invoked a very, very passionate charge in Luo. Ewai gimicha mwemari gimodon kirkige. Ewai gimicha mwemari gimodon to kirkige. Choge jogi. That is very deep. That was a statement of the friendship that had been a long time. So this Mzee Kenyatta sacrificed for the independence of this country. They paid a very heavy price for this country to be free. And that is why when we are remembering Mzee, I put off other things I was doing to come and be with you here today. Kenya is bigger. Kenya is bigger than all of us. We will be all gone. These political competitions should not bring enmity between people. So that's why whenever we have these political quarrels here and there, sometimes we talk. When things are very hot, we talk. He calls me, or I call him, and we get together. So as we get into the campaign, the heat is going to be here, but Kenya will be here again thereafter. Let it not be something that divides the people. Never again should we shed blood because of elections in our country. I thank you. God bless you.
Asanteni sana.